welcome back to the Red Bull Matchbox Race 2020. This episode is the first of the tournament competition after a very long preseason. Here are our brackets. This episode is focused on the round of 32, in the quarter led by our 4th seed, Ramsey. But we'll start off with a matchup between 5th seed Dr. Annabelle Sharples and 28th seed Jenna Griffith. They will each have 3 opportunities to run the course and set their fastest time possible. And we're off with the Doctor's first run. And that is not the way they want it to begin. Our first run of the night ends in a DNF. Here's Jenna Griffith's. That looked quite smooth and ends in a respectable 4:32. Let's take a look at their second runs. Dr. Annabelle is doing better this time, but still quite slow, and only marks a 4:30. Jenna will only need to improve by 0.02 of a second, but oh, that's a sudden stop for sure. It's down to the third run. Smooth and quick is the Doctor, and marks a 4:21, which Jenna will now have to beat to move on. Looks very fast, and also marks a 4:21. In the cases of ties like this, the other times marked in this competition will be considered, and considering that, Dr. Annabelle Sharples will move on to the round of 16. Our next face-off is between 13th seed Samir Addison and the 20th seed Marvin Squires. Here's Samir's first run. Looks quick around the first corner and smooth down the rest of the course with just a little tap to the wall, but a respectable 4:28. And here's Marvin Squires. Looks quite slow, and indeed marks almost 5 seconds. Run number 2. Looks quick again, but comes to a stop after the second corner. Let's see if Marvin Squires can use this opportunity, and they certainly do a better run than their first, but still 0.07 of a second short. It'll come down to run 3. Will Samir be able to finish the course? Yes, but will not improve on their initial time of 4:28. Marvin only needs to beat a 4:28 here, but gets turned around in the second corner and gets a DNF. That means that Samir Addison will be moving on to the round of 16. Our next face-off of the night is between the 12th seed Adena Rivera and the 21st seed Dillard. Adena goes wonky before the first tunnel, but very quick through the rest of the course, still marking, however, a run of slower than 5 seconds. Dillard does not seem to be doing any better, in fact does worse. So far a poor showing from these two drivers. Let's see if Adena can do any better this time. No, gets turned around, and it's a DNF in their second attempt. Dillard, however, quite a smooth run, not a quick run, but a smooth run, and marks a 4:44, our quickest between this pair so far. Let's take a look at their final attempts. This should be no problem at all for Adena, and looks so fast, but does not leave the final tunnel and gets a DNF. Sama does not need to finish this run, and they don't. Moving forward with that rather underwhelming 4:44, it must be mentioned that Adena's final run, which ended in the final tunnel, was timed at less than 4 seconds when they entered the final tunnel. But it is Dillard who is moving on to the round of 16. Our final face-off of the night is between our number 4 seed Ramsey and our number 29 seed, Mccabe. Deshaun gets absolutely wrecked in their first attempt. Let's see if Charlie does any better. Relatively smooth, but gets a wheel caught in the second corner, and we have 2 DNFs to start us off. Let's see if Deshaun can go anywhere in their second run. And they do, but quite slowly, marking a 4:47. Charlie should be able to beat that if they complete the course, which they do in decent time, marking a 4:29. Deshaun now has one more chance. All they need to do is beat 4:29 to move forward in the tournament. And that run looked very quick, and indeed, a 4:10 is our current fastest time of the night. This will be a tall order for Charlie, who improves on their previous run by only 1/100th of a second, meaning that our 4th seed is moving on to face Samir Addison in the round of 16. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Red Bull Matchbox Race 2020. Tune in again next time.